Thank you for joining. My name is Justin Shanik, Division Chief, Training Safety, Palm Beach County Fire Rescue. Today we had the ability to do a live burn here at South Florida Fairgrounds. This burn has been in motion now for approximately 3 months. Just so you're aware, it takes about 6 months for us to get the approval to do an acquired structure. This was on the fast track. The structure, as you see here, looks like it was built in 1900. However, it was actually built in 1973. It's heavy timber construction. It's going to burn very hot. The only reason that we're not putting firefighters in here to do training on a live burn is because the floor is weak. We have a major collapse issue possibly on the other side, which we'll show you. It's a chimney and it's made out of rocks and concrete. If that chimney falls down, you know, tell them where it will or if it will, and I don't want any firefighters in the building. As you can see, the normal drywall that you have in your home is designed to stop fire for about 30 minutes. So what we had to do is we had to prep this house. We removed a lot of the drywall so we could have fire get right up into the ceiling, into the walls, and help. We don't want the drywall stopping this particular fire. This will be the first room lit. This will be ignition number 1. This room, as you can see, going right into the ceiling. And as we walk out, we're gonna hit every other burn set. So we have one here in the bathroom, one in a closet. We have a little bit in the walls here. We have a larger burn set here. This will be the last burn set on floor 2, and then we're gonna exit. So I'm going in with Captain Ryan Shepard. We're gonna ignite floor 2, come down the stairs, ignite the Christmas tree. We'll get as much video as we can of that. And when it starts getting real hot in the building, we're gonna reignite the rest of the fire sets that are inside the building on floor 1. We're gonna exit the building. This is not gonna be sending crews in. What we're training here on today is the rural water supply. So these engines that you see here, those are emergency backup engines, just in case we have something, and for exposure control. The winds are heading out of the north, heading south, and they're a little bit west. As you walk around with me on the other side of the structure, you'll see that we have a barn pretty close. And the barn is made out of wood as well, and that presents our exposure control problem. So while we've been training here for the last month and a half with stations on rural water supply, we've been also teaching them on exposure control. It's not about surrounding and drowning and putting as much water onto the structure that you can. It's about cooling the hot spots. So we're gonna teach on that. When we use foam, we're not gonna use foam on a structure that's maybe vinyl siding or metal siding, because the foam's not gonna stick. But on a structure like this, where we have something that's porous, something that could absorb some of the foam, we are going to use foam, very small concentrations. It's gonna help keep it moist. If you look here, this is the chimney that I spoke of. So we're guesstimating at about 25 feet. So we have cones out here for a potential collapse zone. We don't want anyone in that area. We're gonna review that with all the crews that are on site. We expect this fire to get very hot and burn rather quickly. We have 6 fire sets. We've also removed a lot of the drywall. We cut holes in the walls just to make sure everything's a go.
It's a great location for a burn. It's wide open. It was a wood 2-story building, and the fair needed it taken away. So it was a perfect thing to help both the fire department and the fair. We'll be able to take it down without messing around with the entire building, and the fire department can train their people on it, and it made a great fire. I think this is great training because you don't have the opportunity to see a fire like this, and you can't practice anywhere else in a real situation like this is. And to see it happen, to see how the water works, to see the heat, and how fast this fire grew. It was very quick. I think it's all positive.
You know, since 2008, we've enjoyed our burn building and our training facility at Pike Road, but there's nothing that replaces an acquired structure. The way that the fire behaves, the smoke production, and the way that the radiant heat exposes and places an insult onto the exposure buildings, nothing replaces an acquired structure. So Chief Shanik and his team have done an awesome job in putting together a very comprehensive training, not to mention not just the water shuttle, but also the exposure protection. When to use foam, when not to use foam. What is the proper placement, defensible spaces. And None of this would be possible without the collaboration with our neighbors here at the South Florida Fairgrounds. Mr. Daly and his team have been excellent neighbors and great colleagues to make sure that this training goes off without an injury, without a hitch, and with much success.
Training is so important for each and every firefighter. Just because you get hired and you have minimum standards doesn't mean we should stop training. Minimum standards is just that. It's the minimum, the bare minimum you need to be a firefighter. A good firefighter is going to continue to train each and every day. By training and working hard, you're going to be providing excellence today, improving tomorrow, not only for yourself and the citizens of Palm Beach County, but your families and your brothers and sisters who count on you every day.